on his little one. All right, so today we are going to start with some breath work. This really connects our mind and body and helps it get yoga ready. So your breath work can really set the intention for the rest of your class. We're going to do joy breath today. It'll energize you, release any tension you might have, and it's going to wake us up. So hopefully it'll get you the energy you need to get through the rest of your Saturday. My name's Sam. If you don't know, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm Ponca and Osage. I've been practicing yoga for about 4 years, teaching for about a year, mostly online. Recently, I'm just able to start doing in-person classes again, so that's fun and exciting. And Johanna said it best when she was like, I'm a beginner teacher, but forever student. Like with yoga, there's always so much to learn, and it's more than just the postures. So eager student. I love learning about it and really grateful to be part of Native Strength Revolution, and gives me the opportunity to teach to people all over. So I'm really grateful to that. So if you want to meet me at your mat, you can come to the top of your mat. I'm just going to be right here so I can face you guys. Like I said, this is joy breath. I'm going to go over the movements real quick so that way we can go through it smoother. When you inhale, you're just going to lift your arms up in the air. And then when you exhale, you're going to take them right to the middle. And then we're going to inhale again, opening them wide. Exhale, bringing them to the middle. Inhale above your head. And now on this exhale, you're going to have like a slight bend in your knees. And whenever we exhale, we're going to do an ocean breath, that joy breath. So you're letting it out through your mouth, that. So, and when we exhale with that slight bend in our knees, we're just going to hinge forward at the hips and kind of let it out through our arms. All right, so let's try to run through it. We're going to do it about three to 5 times, see how we feel. So everybody inhale, arms up. Stretch through the hips, exhale, bring them halfway down. Reaching with your fingertips, inhale, open your arms. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale above your head, and get ready for the big ocean breath. Exhale. Just like we're getting rid of all that negative energy. Inhale, arms reach up, fingertips are reaching. Exhale to the center. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, back center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let it out. All right, let's do that again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to the middle. Inhale, open them wide. Exhale, bring them back together. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, let it out. All right, let's do that one more time, just because it feels so good. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to the middle. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, arms above your head. And exhale, just let it out. Awesome. Okay, so today we're going to go through the second vinyasa, Chandra Namaskar, our moon salutation. So let's start at the top of our mats. Your feet are going to be grounded about hip width apart. And a lot of the times we think that our hips are a lot bigger than they are. So make sure that you can feel your hips, your feet are right there. We're going to start in mountain pose. Just really grounding down through your feet, making sure your stance is stable and sturdy. Your legs are like trunks going into the ground. And you're going to inhale, sweep your arms up, looking up at your fingertips. You're coming and reaching up through your waist while your feet remain grounded. And then we're going to exhale, swan dive forward. This first forward fold, I always like to kind of grab each elbow, just letting that top half be totally relaxed. You can move your head to the front and back, side to side. Just kind of really melt in to your bottom half of this forward fold. Now on our second vinyasa, we do the look up and lengthen. versus the first vinyasa we did last week. We just send that leg on back. So on our inhale, you can put your hands on your shins, have a flat back. Just kind of look up, lengthen, have that flat back. And then you're gonna exhale back into forward fold. And when you look up and lengthen on the second time, you're gonna keep your hands on your mat. Now you can step back into high plank. And if you hop back to chaturanga, you definitely want to make sure you hop back into chaturanga versus high plank, so your arms will not be straight if you hop back. So you can step back to your high plank. If this is too much, always feel free to bring those knees to the ground. And then we're going to go down, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale up to high plank, exhale to chaturanga, and then push that chest forward, keeping your shoulders down for up dog. And then let's exhale back to down dog. First down dog, let's go ahead and walk it out. Touching each heel to the ground, bringing that chest to your thighs. Your hips are gonna go up to the back corner, and your weight's gonna be in your pointer finger and your thumb to kind of take that pressure off your wrists. All right, so this time we're going to inhale our right leg up. And when we exhale, I want you to bring it through to your hands. Now your legs, your feet are going to be on railroad tracks. They're not going to be in a straight line. And then you're going to bring your hands to your hips, slowly coming up for that crescent lunge. And then we're going to inhale our arms up. And it's going to be really relaxed when you bring them up. Your shoulders aren't going to be up by your ears. And if you can, sink down into that lunge. Sink down, hold it, keep your arms up. Your hips are like headlights here, both pointing straight forward. Your spine is long, crown of your head reaching to the sky. Hold it a little bit longer, go a little bit lower. All right, let's bring that left knee to the ground. Clasping your hands together, releasing your pointer finger. Stretching up from your hips. Inhale, stretch up, and then exhale, bring your chin to your chest. And just kind of roll forward and touch your pointer fingers to the ground. And then we're going to pop back up. We're not going to be down there long. Inhale again, reaching high from your hips. Exhale, drop that head. And we're going to take a half moon back bend. Take little sips of air to go back further and further. Inhale, come up. And we're going to bring our hands back to the mat, sending our right leg back to down dog. So what we did for our right side, we're going to do for our left. So send that left leg up to the air and bring it through. Remember, your feet are going to be on railroad tracks. They're not going to be in a single line. Bringing your hands to your hips. Bring that torso up and sink down into your crescent lunge. Your hips are like headlights, pointing forward. And sink as low as you can into that lunge. Sink a little bit lower. Good job. Good job, Melanie. A little bit lower. All right. Now let's clasp our hands together and bring that right knee to the ground. Reaching up from our hips. Inhale. Then you're going to tuck your chin to your chest. Rolling forward, touching the ground with your pointer fingers, and coming back up. Inhale, reaching up from your waist. And you're going to use your right shin and foot to really anchor you into this stance. All right, exhale, let's drop that head back. Look back, take little sips of air, and go back to your half moon back bending. Remember, really utilizing that right shin for balance. Good job. Good job, Paige. Okay, inhale, come back up. Bring your hands back to the mat. And we're gonna go into down dog. And then we're gonna slowly walk our feet forward to forward fold. Pray your hands at our chest. And then let's roll it up to Tadasana. So that was the first set of Chandra Namaskar, second vinyasa. We're gonna go through it again, only this time we're gonna go through it a little bit faster. So you're grounded down into your mountain pose, Tadasana. And we're gonna inhale our arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Then let's send that right leg back. Or I'm sorry, don't send that right leg back. Go back to forward fold. I was going too fast for myself. We're gonna put our hands on our shins and we're gonna look up and lengthen, straightening that back. Exhale to forward fold. This time, we're gonna look up and lengthen with our hands on the mat. Now you can hop back to chaturanga or step back to high plank. And then we're going to chaturanga, high plank, chaturanga, pushing that chest forward to up dog. And then we're gonna exhale to down dog. So coming into our crescent lunge, we're gonna lift our right leg up in the air, bringing it through to our hands. Now remember, your feet are on railroad tracks. Let's bring our hands to our hips, coming up for crescent lunge. All right, inhale, bring your arms up to very relaxed. Shoulders are not up by our ears. Good job. Now sink into that lunge just a little bit more. Good job. All right, let's clasp our hands together, releasing our pointer finger. Bringing that knee, right knee to the ground. Inhale, really lengthening that torso, that spine to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest. Bring those pointer fingers to the ground. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, release that head back. And we're gonna go to half moon, back bending. Taking little sips of air to go further and further back. Inhale, slowly and gently come back up. Releasing your hands to the mat, and our right foot's gonna go back to down dog. All right, we're gonna do it for the other side. So we're gonna lift that left leg into the air, bringing it through to our hands. And then we're gonna come up with our hands on our hips. Really sinking into this crescent lunge. Making sure your hips, again, are like headlights. Inhale your arms up. Good job. Go a little bit lower. There we go. Good job, Lisa. Good job, Melanie. A little bit lower. Couple breaths here. All right. Now we're going to clasp our hands together. Releasing that pointer finger again. Bringing that right knee to the mat and releasing our foot so it's flat. And we're going to inhale, reaching those pointer fingers to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, touch the earth. Inhale back up. Reach, exhale, release that head. Using your right shin to help balance you. Take your half moon, back bend. Slowly and gently coming up from that. We're going to release our hands back to the mat and bring our left foot back for down dog. In down dog, your feet do not have to be flat on the ground. You can bend your knees. Just whatever feels comfortable for you. Now we're going to slowly walk it forward to our forward fold. Bringing our hands to our chest, rolling it up for Tadasana. All right, now we're going to go into our balancing pose. And the one we're going to do today is eagle. So standing in your, if you need to take a drink of water, feel free to get a drink of water. Standing in your mountain pose with your feet hip width apart, slight I like to put a slight bend in my legs for this one. And then we're gonna inhale our arms up. And if you need a strap, you can use a strap or a sock, a towel, whatever you have available to you. You're gonna wanna hold it in your right hand. So we're gonna, So we're gonna inhale our arms up. And then when we exhale, we're gonna bring our right hand arm under our left. And if we can grab our hands together, we're gonna do that. Pulling your elbows down, and that's why if you need a strap, you hold it in your left hand. So that way, if you can't really clasp your hands together, pulling your elbows down, maintaining that long spine, you're gonna bring your right leg over your left. Now, if you can wrap your foot all the way around your calf, then that's great, do that. If not, you can always use your right big toe as a little kickstand, just like I'm doing. Really sitting in this pose, bringing your elbows down, making that core tight, maintaining a straight spine. Couple breaths here. Making sure that your torso and your bottom half are both facing the front too. All right, let's straighten our legs, bringing our right foot back to the ground, and release our hands to our side. We're gonna do the other side. So inhale, arms reach up. And then when we exhale, we're going to bring our left arm under our right. If we need to use a strap, towel, sock, whatever, that's great. Maintaining that long spine, bending your knees. Then let's bring that left leg over our right leg. If you can wrap it around, making sure both your torso and your hips, your knees are all facing the front. Really sit into this eagle. Keeping your elbows down, your core tight. Take a couple breaths here. I always think eagle's easier to do when you're kind of sweaty. Makes your arms easier to twist together. Good job. Some beautiful eagles. All right, let's slowly release your foot to the ground and release your arms to your side. Now I want you to come to the back of your mat for balancing staff. So we're going to inhale, reach our arms up. Releasing that pointer finger, clasping our hands together. Take a big step forward with that right foot. Put a little bend in that right knee. And we're going to inhale, lean forward, bringing our leg up. Our toes pointing to the back wall. Our fingers are pointing to the front wall. And our hamstrings lifting towards the air. And slowly come back up, releasing your arms to the ground. All right, let's do that for the other side. Inhale, reach those arms up, clasp your hands together, release the pointer finger. Step that left foot forward. Take a big breath, inhale, and then we're gonna release it. Bringing that foot up and lowering our top half, making a T with our body. Constantly reaching those fingers forward and those toes backwards. Just one more breath. All right, inhale, come back up, and release your hands. All right, so now I want you to come to your mat for Savasana. It's gonna be a real quick, sweet one. Just try to get our breath and heart rate slowed down for some floor work. Just notice your breathing here. Notice how it softens, slows down. Your body is starting to come to a little bit of a rest here. All right, bringing a little bit of movement back in our toes and fingers. Want you to bring your feet to meet the earth, bending your knees. And then we're going to put the bottom of our feet together and release our knees to either side for a reclining gentle pose. You can keep your hands beside you, palms up, or you can rest them on your inner thigh, kind of encouraging those thighs to fall open a little bit more with each exhale. This is one of my favorite poses. Slowly just kind of letting those thighs melt a little bit more into the earth, just with every exhale. Your eyes can be open or closed here, whatever feels good for you. Always remember when you're on your mat that it's your practice. So whatever modifications that you need to make that feels right in your body, you know better than any teacher knows about your own body. So you just do what feels good to you. I do encourage you to try to push yourself a little bit further each time, but you know, whenever it's too far. All right, let's slowly lift our knees back up, bringing our feet back to the earth, releasing them all the way to the ground. Those legs will be straight, and we're gonna do some, go into our wind removing pose. So what you wanna do is bring your right knee to your chest, and you're gonna clasp your hands together and bring it about 2 inches under that knee. Making sure your neck is flat on the ground, so your chin's gonna be like to your chest, creating a very attractive double chin. And with every exhale, I want you to squeeze that knee into your chest a little bit more. And that compression is really good for your digestive system. We inhale, and then we exhale, bring that knee down. Keeping your elbows in tight to your body. Remember, making sure your neck's flat. Go ahead and flex your left foot for me, just to make sure that that leg's straight. Calf on the ground, and then you can release it. Couple more breaths. All right, we're gonna release that right leg back to the ground. We're gonna do the same for our left side. So grabbing underneath your knee about 2 inches and pulling that in, giving it a nice hug, really compressing those organs, making sure your neck's flat on the ground. Flex your right foot just to ensure that that leg is how it's supposed to be. Go ahead and release it. On your exhale, just bring that knee a little bit closer to you. Hug it a little bit tighter. Take a few breaths here. All right, let's release that leg to the ground. And I want you to make a diamond with both of your hands, and you're gonna put it right underneath your tailbone for some core work. Let's lift those legs up into the air. And we're gonna point and flex, point, flex, point, and we're gonna lower our legs each time we do this until our core gets kind of shaky and we don't think we can go any lower. Hold it there and do 20 scissor kicks on your own. And once you're done with your 20 scissor kicks, you're just gonna flex and point all the way down and relax. They always say a tight body is a light body, so that core work really helps you get balance and strength in all of these postures. Very, very important. All right, so we're gonna put our hands out like a T for our belly twist. Really showing that spine some love. Bringing your knees to your chest. We're gonna exhale slowly and gently, dropping our legs to the right. Now, if you would like to grab your left knee with your right hand, kind of pulling those legs down a little bit further. You can do that. And then just look to the left. Take a couple breaths here. Another one of my favorite. All right, bringing your hands back to the ground, knees back to center. Now let's exhale, dropping them to the left. You want to grab that right knee with your left hand, helping bring those legs down a little bit more, and look to your right. Taking a few breaths there. All right, awesome. So everybody in your own way, slowly, gently making your way to your sit bones. We're gonna do a couple of hip openers, running a little short on time. So we're gonna start with 90 and 90. What you do is you're gonna put your leg into a 90-degree angle. So you're gonna line up your thigh with the end of your mat, and you're gonna line up your shin with the side of your mat. And then we're gonna bring our left leg on top, doing the exact same thing, trying to get them both in that 90-degree angle, which I never thought that would be as difficult as it was. I was like, I don't know if my legs do that, but they do. So bringing your hands kind of a little bit behind you to help really lengthen that spine, maintaining that tall spine. Reaching your head to the sky, the crown of your head. I want you to inhale and slowly, very gently, lean forward and feel that stretch in your legs. Feels really good for a minute, but every exhale, try to come a little bit lower. Making sure your feet are flexed. A little bit lower. And then holding it. If you can't go any lower, just hold it where you are. Couple breaths here. Really feeling that stretch. All right, slowly sit back up straight. Let's bring our legs out in front of us. I'm doing a little windshield wiper with them. Loosen them up a little bit. Okay, so let's do the opposite side. So your left leg's gonna be on bottom, making it into a 90-degree. And then your right leg's gonna be on top. Want that right foot to be above your left knee, kind of hanging off right there. Bringing your hands behind, maintaining that tall spine, reaching your head, crown of your head to the top of the sky. Inhale, and then we're gonna exhale, slowly come a little bit forward. Every exhale, kind of push yourself forward a little bit more, keeping those feet flexed. And whenever you can't go any more forward, just hold it there, take some breaths. They say that the yoga starts when the posture gets hard to hold. Hold it there, a couple breaths. All right, slowly and gently coming back up. Doing the windshield wipers with your legs. We're gonna go a little bit over the allotted time, not much though. We're gonna do cow face pose. So for this pose, you're going to bring your right foot just to the outside of your knee, a little bit under or a little bit above. And if you want to bring your left leg under, as long as both sit bones are on the ground, you can do that. So if you want to use a strap, or if you want to use a towel, sock, or whatever to help you get into this pose with your arms. So our legs are bent like that. Okay, so then we're going to bring our right our right hand above our head. Good luck, bring your right leg up there. Okay, and then our left hand's gonna come behind. I do need a strap to do this pose. My shoulders are super tight most of the time. Not pushing your head forward either. You want your head to be straight, looking up. And you're just gonna hold it there. Taking some breaths there. You're getting not only that shoulder stretch, opening this up a little too. Couple more breaths here. And if you're using a strap or a towel, just really try to walk those hands toward one another each time. All right, slowly release your arms. Slowly release your legs. And then we're gonna do it for the other side. So straightening out that right leg, bringing that left foot over. There's a couple of ways you can actually get into this pose, and I would show you if we had more time, but maybe next time. So bringing that left hand up, if you need the strap, use your strap. Bringing that right hand behind you, walking those hands together, or if you can grab both your hands, awesome. Do that. Making sure you're not pushing your head forward, so your head's looking straight. Your sit bones are on the ground, your feet are on the ground. Take a couple breaths here. Good job, Melanie. Good job, Paige and Elizabeth. Couple more breaths. Okay, slowly release your arms. Whoops, sorry. Awesome. You can undo your legs. And we're gonna do one more awesome hip opener. If you guys can do this daily for at least a minute, I've been trying to do 120 seconds, especially after leg day. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna come into tabletop, bring your feet, tuck your feet under, push yourself up into down dog. Then we're gonna bring the right leg up, and we're gonna bring our foot to our left hand and our knee to our right hand, and we're just gonna sink down into this pigeon pose. This pose has so many benefits. So you can come down to your forearms. You can use a block underneath your glute if you need to, or sometimes I like to use a block to just rest my head on. It's one of my favorite poses. Just kind of melt into the ground here, making sure that left leg stays straight behind you. Really feeling that stretch in that right glute area right here. And our teacher training, a guy that was doing this stretch said he felt like his behind was going to explode. I think that's a pretty accurate description of this pose. Just take a few breaths here. Like I said, the longer you can stay in this pose, the more benefits it will have. So this is another one of my favorite poses. Couple more breaths. All right, so pushing your torso up with your hands, bringing that chest open in front of you. We're going to tuck our left foot and sending that right leg back. Let it kind of stretch it out a little bit. Feels good after being in pigeon. All right, send that left leg up and bringing that left foot to your right hand and that left knee to your left hand. Releasing your right foot and then just coming down and sinking into it. Again, you can use a block under your left thigh / glute back there, Or you can just use a block to rest your head on, or you can even rest your head on your arms, just whatever feels good. Take a few breaths here, and again, making sure that this right leg is just straight out behind you. It's not all cattywampus or crazy. You can rest on your forearms. If you want to rest right here on your hands, you can rest on your hands. Or if you really want to sink into this pose, you can rest your head down onto your arms. Really feeling that stretch. Good job. Couple more breaths here. I always think the longer I hold it, the more I'm going to benefit from it. All right, slowly bringing your torso back up, pushing up with your hands. Coming into down dog. Stretching it out, walking that dog out a little bit. Awesome. Let's bring our knees to the ground, to tabletop. And then very gently make your way to your final resting posture. I was going to say final resting pose, but that sounds morbid. So corpse pose does sound morbid anyway, so you guys know what I mean. Just take it down, release your feet, relaxing your hips. Release your palms into the air by your side, relaxing your shoulders. Opening your teeth, but keeping your lips closed, relaxing your jaw. And finally, slowly letting your eyes fall shut. Just close your eyes, breathe, and rest. As if you're falling asleep, just let go of all your breath. Settle, sigh, melt into the ground. Release any wiggles, movements, or tensions you have. With every breath, you're just going to become more and more relaxed. Feel your connection to the earth. Feel your center and the length of your spine. Where is an area in your life where you are resisting the flow? Where things aren't going how you'd like them to go and you can't accept it? Where's that at? Notice how your body feels when you think of that situation or that person or that memory that you just can't let it go. When you just can't be with something, you allow the truth of it to emerge. Your resistance actually keeps you stuck in struggle and confusion. Keep breathing deeply. Imagine choosing to allow things to flow in this area, to accept things as they are. Remember, when you can just be with something, you'll allow the truth of it to emerge. You'll set it free. So just really imagine choosing to allow things to flow in that area, accept things as they are, and still you can have hope for the best. What would that look like? How does your body feel when you imagine doing this? All right, let's slowly go ahead and wiggle our fingers and our toes, bringing gentle movement back into our body. Making small circles with our hands and our feet, wiggling our legs and our arms. I want you to bring your feet to the earth and take your body to the left, reaching that right arm up and rolling to your right side, using that right arm as a pillow for your head, putting yourself in that fetal position, feeling safe, comfortable. Take a few breaths here. Here, let's bring our left hand to the mat, slowly pushing ourselves up to a seated position. I want to thank you guys for showing up today and allowing me to guide your practice. It's an honor, really, to be part of this organization, like I said, and teach all of you wonderful, beautiful souls and women. Some I know personally, and some I wish I did, and I probably, hopefully, will get to. I just really want to thank you for being here today and allowing me not only to take up some of your time, but to go over the allotted time that we had planned. I really did enjoy it, and I hope you did too. Let's bring our hands to heart center, bowing in gratitude for just this practice and our lives and our bodies. Namaste.